From the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night, this is exciting Imperial Valley football on VSN Sports.net, the Valley Sports Network, and your source for Imperial Valley sports. For Mike Swearingen, this is Vic Carrillo here at Willis Ward Field as the Vincent Memorial Scots in their second game, or their league opener, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, of the Desert League, hosting the undefeated Holtville Vikings under the direction of Jason Turner. Vincent's head coaches are a dual, David Wong and Fernando Santana. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking forward for an exciting game tonight, and to be part of that excitement, let me introduce to you the former dean of all the coaches here in the Imperial Valley. He's had his hands on every football program except Hopeville's during his illustrious career, Mike Swearingen.
Vic, how you doing? And this is going to be a great ball game. I've seen Hopeville, I've seen Vincent, and you couldn't ask for a better matchup. I mean, both teams can run, both teams can pass, both teams play good defense. And here they are, and I'll say what a lot of people are thinking, and that is this is basically could be the championship game.
It will be. You know, talking about both teams, last year Hopeville started out 1-4, and then with the addition of Alonso Cuevas at quarterback and Alan Carrillo at wide receiver, they ran the table, defeating everyone that they played on their way to the state CIF championship, and were undefeated. And here we come to 2024, and they've started out undefeated, winning their first 7 games here, and they've added some additional players, but they are loaded offensively and defensively. What can you tell us about the spread formation as well as this big formation that Hopeville wants to implement tonight?
You'll see them run with basically both ends split and a slot, and if he comes in tight, a wing, they will – also, what they will do is they'll have one basic back, so to speak, and in that formation, they will usually have Smitty Hilfiger in the backfield as a blocking back. He can lead through the hole, he can kick out, or he can trap. Now, you and I were sitting here watching them warm up, and they went to a dual back with the same thing, tight wing and a slot. So, but Jason's not, Jason Turner is not going to change anything. He's going to do what they do.
Well, the big formation, they'll start with quarterback number 4, Alonso Cuevas, a junior, at the quarterback slot. At fullback will be number 22, Braden Terrell. The fullback, as you mentioned, number 73, an offensive lineman, will be Smith Hilfiger. And the running back or halfback would be Hector Sanchez, number 6. Then offensively, on the line, the left tight end is Abraham Apodaca. The left tackle would be Nico Trujillo. The left guard, Ian Suarez. The center, Emiliano Jimenez. And the right guard, Carlos Cancio. And the right tackle, Ronnie Savert. And the right tight end, Damian Felix. So when they go to their spread formation, Coach, they'll still keep number 4, Alonso Cuevas at quarterback, but they'll bring in Juan Carlos Castillo at wide receiver, Raul Briseño, who's been filling in at quarterback for the injured Cuevas the last 3 games. He'll be a wide receiver. At the running back will be number 6, Hector Sanchez, and the standout all-league returning junior wide receiver number 88, Alan Carrillo, no relation. And
one thing about Cuevas, he's not only is he a running threat, he's a passing threat. He can do it. He can do both. Tremendous ball player.
Well, there's revenge on the minds of the Vincent Memorial Scots as they lost that game in Hopeville on the last play of the game, where Cuevas on a quarterback keeper rolling out, looking for a receiver in the end zone, and dove into the pylon there, and as the gun went off, and that was the margin of victory. So tell us tonight, what are the keys for success for Vincent Memorial, and then we'll talk about the Holtville Vikings.
Both teams, whoever commits the least mistakes is going to win this ball game. Pure and simple.
So it could go to whoever has the ball last as well.
Yes, it could. It could very well could. You know, we talked about Hopeville. Vincent, I've seen them too. And last week you did the game, and I was just there as a spectator. And, you know, PV had a chance in that first half, Vic, to basically go up 3 touchdowns, so to speak. But they fumbled 3 times. But let's give Vincent credit. Vincent created those, and they bent, but they did not break.
Tonight's captains for Vincent Memorial, number 22, Roberto Carranza, number 31, Lucio Ascolani, number 56, Juan Carlos Sáenz, and number 66, Gabriel Tobias Duarte. For the Vikings, number 6, Hector Sanchez, number 15, Andres Fregoso, number 50, Carlos Cancio, and number 73, Smith Hilfiger. Tonight's referees representing the Imperial Valley Football Officials Association. Wearing the white hat will be Gene Martin. The umpire is Hector Tarango. The head linesman is Gabriel Castro. The line judge, Roman Rubio. And the back judge, Michael Garcia. We'll pause as we honor the flag of the United States of America with a playing of the national anthem. We're back live with VSN, your Valley Sports Network, and your source for Imperial Valley Sports 2024. We're here at Willis Ward Field as the Vincent Memorial Scots, with a 6-1 record, hosting the 7-0 Holtville Vikings here in a clash of champions, so to speak, to determine who will take the early lead in the Desert League pennant race. With me tonight, ladies and gentlemen, our color analyst and commentator, Mike Swearingen. Mike, welcome.
Vic, this is a situation where one team, Vincent, I talked to Coach Wong before the game, Vincent is senior heavy, Hopeville is junior heavy. So it's going to be very interesting.
Well, a lot of the defenders on the Vincent side of the ball, Lucio Ascolani, Emilio Fimbres, Juan Carlos Sáenz, Ricardo Montiel III, they've been playing varsity football since their freshman year, starting since their sophomore year. It's a very cerebral group. Yes. They play well. Ascolani is a tackling machine. He had 197 tackles last season in 2023 to lead the San Diego CIF section, and already to date, after 7 games, he has 103 tackles. So,
and another factor in there too, Vic, both teams well coached, very well coached.
So we get set for the opening kickoff. The Vikings are receiving. Number 44 takes it into the end zone. That was Juan Carlos Castillo. So coach will see what kind of offense the Hopeville Vikings come out with, whether it's the big formation, where it's ground and pound. Last week they rushed for 452 yards and 6 touchdowns on the ground against Coronado. And the Scott defense will have their hands full.
And like I said, they're a threat to run or pass.
Defensively, the Vincent Memorial Scots will come out with Alvaro Pereiro, number 1 at safety, Diego Buenrostro, number 17, the cornerback, Juan Pablo Cueva, the free safety wearing jersey 21. Eric Munoz, the outside linebacker, will give the rest of the defenders after this play.
Double tight.
So a quarterback keeper coming up the middle.
Nothing.
And that looked like Emiliano Fimbres there to make the stop, number 52, for the Vincent Memorial Scots. Continuing on, you have Sebastian Jaime, number 26, cornerback. Lucio Ascolani wearing jersey 31, the outside linebacker position. Ricardo Montiel, another straight dive coming up off the right tackle, running behind the blocking of Carlos Cancillo, number 50, and Ronnie Sievert, 65. Thank you for the correction. Short pickup on the play. It'll be 3rd and 7. The ball at the 23-yard line. They're going right to left on your visual screen. A beautiful night for football, Mike, as the temperature has changed. As you said, that westerly wind is now coming.
The west wind blows.
Cuevas looking to pass. He's got a receiver downfield. That's
wide open.
Number 44, Juan Carlos Castillo, comes into the game with 7 receptions for 142 yards and 2 touchdowns. And that pass reception took him across midfield at the Scott 48-yard line.
All he
First
did
and
was
10.
He ran what was called a streak flag. In other words, broke to the flag, folk outside.
Okay, Armas with the carry up the middle, picked up 8 yards. He had 252 yards rushing last week against Coronado and 4 touchdowns to his credit. Hand off to number 5, Enrique Armas gets to the outside, running behind the blocking of the pulling guard, number 73, Smith Hilfiger. Seth is his older brother that graduated, but good enough for a first down. So what do you think of this no huddle offense?
This
hurry up.
This is basically what you're looking at is single wing football, except it's not unbalanced.
Well, a 3rd consecutive handoff to Armas, Enrique Armas, a sophomore, and he's picked up 7 yards there. It'll be 3rd and about 4. The ball at the 30-yard line of Vincent Memorial. Vincent Memorial looked like they were a little overeager and offsides there. So that yardage granted from the penalty will give the Vikings another first down here, their second of the drive, with 9:50 remaining in the first quarter. No score in the ball game. Armas with the carry, running behind the blocking of Nico Trujillo and Ian Suarez, the left guard, wearing jersey number 75. Emiliano Jimenez is the center. Right guard is Carlos Cancio. Right tackle Ronnie Sievert. And the right tight end is Damian Felix. Another handoff to Armas. Armas finding some running room as the Vincent Memorial defense, particularly the front 3, have not found an answer on the blocking scheme implemented by the Holtville Vikings.
Coach Turner, if something works, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And you're picking up anywhere from 5 to 8 yards a crack. Why get away from it?
We have a shaken up player on the field. We'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
The Brawley Police Foundation is an independent, nonprofit organization that provides grant funding and crucial resources to the Brawley Police Department, with programs that would normally not be funded. These programs directly improve public safety and enhance the quality of life for our citizens.
We're back live as the Hopeville Vikings, taking the kickoff from their own 20, have marched down the field on the running of Enrique Armas as he has picked up 3 consecutive first downs for the Hopeville Vikings as they're inside the red zone. just shy of the 10-yard line on that play.
The play was plugged up at the hole it was intended, but he did a great job of breaking it out.
So another handoff straight up the middle behind the blocking
Yep.
of the center, Emiliano Jimenez, and guard Carlos Cancillo. Crosses the 10-yard line, gets down to the 6.
This is
Emiliano Fimbres and Lucio Ascolani in with for the stop.
It's just old-fashioned smash mouth football.
And it looks like he might have punched it over.
Let's see. Nope.
It's inside the 1, but good enough for a first down, Mike, so they get a fresh set of downs, and the ball is inside the 1-yard line.
They're just going to pound it. And there he is. He scores.
Walks into the end zone as he escapes the grasp of number 56, Juan Carlos Sáenz, who had him at the 3. And so with 8:14 remaining in the first quarter, the Hopeville Vikings draw first blood here at beautiful Willis Ward Field on the Calexico High School campus. We'll get set for the point after attempt. Enrique Arma, well, they're going to go for 2. He's usually the place kicker. So the quarterback, Cueva, steps back under center.
Unbalanced to the right. They just
give it to the up back, and that looked like number 0. That's Axel Gomez.
That drive, Vic, consisted of 12 plays, 11 run, 1 pass, 3 first downs, and you got a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Right, and they took almost 4 minutes off the clock.
Yep.
As we have 8 minutes and 14 seconds remaining.
Well, I tell you what, it's just
Tonight's ball game brought to you by Keystone HR. Need top talent fast? Keystone HR connects you with skilled professionals ready to work. Keystone HR, your key to success. Call us today at 357-2929. CR&R, need reliable waste disposal? CR&R Waste Management has you covered. Our eco-friendly services keep your community clean and green. So Armas with a kickoff. It'll go to the up back. That's number 22, Carranza, and trying to get to the outside, but he's lassoed down immediately by number 34. That's Luis Mariano Diaz. Mariano Diaz comes in with 63 tackles on the season, and he's adding 1 more to his total. So the Vincent Memorial offense will come onto the field behind the leadership and direction of their quarterback, Patricio Carranza. He'll be joined in the backfield with Andres Pulido, Joel Cervantes, Diego Cisneros, along with Ricardo Vizcarra, number 20, and Roberto Carranza as a skill set. Handoff goes to number 24, Joel Cervantes.
Great cut
to the inside. He's breaking to the outside and pushed out of bounds by number 44, Juan Carlos Castillo.
Great job of hitting the hole and cutting back to the outside. Great run. Great hole, great run.
That was Joel Cervantes, who had a 87-yard touchdown reception last week against the Palo Verde Yellow Jackets at Southwest High School to get the scoring going for the Vincent Memorial Scots, who were victors 21-6. Under center, Carranza, Patricio. He's joined in the backfield with number 23, Victor Leon, and 24, Joel Cervantes. We'll also see Andres Pulido, number 3, along with Roberto Carranza, number 22, in the backfield. So Patricio Carranza under center. Pitch goes to number 24, Joel Cervantes.
Oh, great job by the defensive end. It looked like the hole was there, but he fought off the blocker.
That tackle was number 15, Andres Fregoso, as Fregoso has 27 tackles to his credit as well. So a very stingy defense, the Hopeville Vikings. They give up 4 points a game while averaging offensively over 51 points a game, Mike. That's quite a difference.
Yeah.
Shotgun formation, Carranza looking downfield. Oh, he had a
he was
receiver.
open.
He was open.
He was
right.
open.
He was running a flag pattern.
Yep.
That was number 24, Joel Cervantes, and the ball was thrown on his inside shoulder rather than his outside shoulder,
Yep.
and as a result, it falls incomplete. So the Scots, faced with a 3rd and 15, the ball at the Viking 40-yard line, right at
It's 4-down territory.
in the middle of the hash marks here. Diego Cisneros, number 6, split to the near side. Cervantes in the slot. Shotgun formation, Carranza. Rolling out to his right, throwing downfield, and,
He was open again and fell down.
well, he was knocked off his route there at the 30-yard line and kind of stumbled back into the pass pattern. Otherwise, that would have been good for 6 points.
Yep.
But could have, would have, and should have.
Yeah, there you go. Now, do you punt it and try to put him in a hole, or do you go for it?
I think they would probably go for it.
That's what I
Here,
would think.
with the ball being inside the 40-yard line. You know,
Yeah.
there's some teams that like to have a certain set of plays from the 40-yard line in,
yeah.
and then when they get into
Yeah.
which they would call the green zone,
Yeah.
and then the red zone from the 20-yard
You
line
script
in.
all of those, yes. You bet.
Bill Walsh from the 49ers, remember, he'd have his
Oh, yes.
first 10 plays scripted,
Oh, yeah.
no matter what defense,
Didn't get it.
and couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage. So the Vincent Memorial Scots, with 6:31 remaining, will give it up on downs, and the Vikings will take over at their own 37-yard line. We'll be back with more in a minute on VSN. We're back live here as the second offensive series for the Hopeville Vikings will start out after a penalty, after holding Vincent on downs inside at the 40-yard line. They'll start over at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it was a big 15-yarder.
So Vincent down 8-0. The straight handoff to Armas, trying to run up the middle behind the blocking.
That last possession, Vincent's first, they started on their own 10 or 30, pardon me, and they ran a total of 5 plays, 6 plays. You had 5 plays, 3 run and 2 pass. They had 1 first down, Vic.
Well, Cuevas comes into this game. He was up in this game's 3 on injury with 27 completions on 38 attempts, and there he tries to find his favorite receiver. It wasn't 88. It was 44. That's Juan Carlos Castillo. He had 2 receivers in the same area.
Right, exactly, Vic, and that's a no-no. You do not want 2 receivers that close together.
Well, the pass was right on the money, so there's nothing wrong with Cuevas' arm. I think he had a lower leg injury that kept him out for 3 games. A quick pitch to Briseño, who subbed that quarterback.
Oh, halfback pass.
The halfback pass to number 88, Alan Carrillo, the junior all-leaguer in the Desert League last year, had 26 receptions in 4 games for 10 touchdowns. He's a big play receiver. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line of the Vikings. Vikings going right to left on your screen. Scots defending the northern goal here at Willis Ward Field. Another pass intended for number 1, Briseño, Raul Briseño falls incomplete.
He just ran an out pattern. It was like a 10 to 12 yard out.
He was guarded closely by number 26 of the Scots, Sebastian Jaime.
Sacked.
Sacked there by number 56, outside linebacker Juan Carlos Sáenz, that standout senior, and drops Cuevas for a loss of about 6 yards.
Yeah, big
So
one.
it'll be a 3rd and 16 from the 39-yard line. They need to get to the 46. So make that a 3rd and 15.
A lot of choices of what you can do.
In shotgun formation, rolling out to his right is Cuevas, and he finds a receiver.
But not a first down.
That was number 88, Alan Carrillo. He has 18 receptions this season for 365 yards and 6 TDs. So, faced with a 4th and 9, 4:18 remaining, leading 8-0, the Vikings will be punting for the first time in the ball game. And that'll be Armas punting for the Vikings.
Uh-oh, fake. And they didn't get it.
He was short by 1 yard, but the pass intended for Alan Carrillo. So the Scots will take over. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, very quickly. If you're going to do that, you tell your receivers get past, at least 2 yards past the first down marker. And the receiver for Hopeville running the out didn't. Even if he would have caught it, he was still a yard short.
Well, he made that cardinal sin jump, Mike, where he came back to catch the ball. It was slightly underthrown.
Yes.
But if he would have run the necessary yardage, well, then he would have had that first down.
Yep.
So the Scots take over at the Viking 46.
Whoa, nothing there.
Number 43, Fernando Uren, with 49 tackles, makes the stop there on Carranza. So a loss of 2. It'll be 2nd and 12. The ball at the 48 of Hopeville. 3:40 remaining here in the first quarter. If you just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, it's Hopeville 8, Vincent Memorial 0. Vincent on their second offensive series here in the first quarter. Shotgun formation.
Pressure.
Carranza
Boom.
trapped
Sack.
and brought immediately down by number 44, Juan Carlos Castillo.
That last drive, Vic, of Holtville's, they started on their own 20. 6 plays, 2 run, 4 pass, 1 first down, and had to punt. Or faked the punt and threw, but they threw short.
Well, both teams have outstanding defenses coming into tonight's game, and they're going to have to play up to their maximum effort.
Yep.
Because both teams have outstanding offenses,
Exactly.
particularly the Holtville Vikings. They come into tonight's game averaging 51 points plus per game and only giving up an average of 4 points a game.
But Vincent has had deep receivers open, Vic. They've had them open. It's just a matter of getting the time to throw.
Scrambling is
Sacked.
Carranza Patricio, the younger brother of Roberto. Did he lose the football?
4th down. You definitely want to punt it out of here.
So the ball back at the 44-yard line of Vincent. They started out at the 47, so they've just been regressing and in reverse.
Yeah, 3 plays, 2 of them were sacks.
So they're waiting for their punter to come in. And that's number 13, Emiliano Sanchez. High snap. Gets the punt off. Back to receive is Castillo. He lets the ball go, and it'll go out of bounds, maybe inside the 10 at the 6-yard line. So once again, the Vikings starting deep in their own territory. They'll be starting out at the own 6-yard line. But as coaches have said, when you ask them, what does your offense consist of? They say, we like to control sideline to sideline and end zone to end zone.
Well, right now, to be honest with you up front, Hopeville is playing the better of the two teams. And I'm just being honest to this point. But, like I said, Vincent has had open, deep receivers.
Well, Armas comes in with 1,006 yards to his credit thus far as he gets the handoff going off to the right side behind the blocking of Abraham Apodaca, and Smith Hilfiger picks up about 7 yards to give him some breathing room. 1:51 remaining here in the first quarter. 8-0 Hopeville. Another handoff to Armas. This time he comes over to the left side behind Ian Suarez, the tackle, along with Carlos Cancillo. So it's another first down with 1:40 remaining in the first quarter. So Armas, the workhorse thus far, on the Vincent Memorial, the Holtville Viking offense, he had 16 carries last week, Mike, against Coronado, the Islanders. He had 252 yards rushing in that game. And it doesn't matter. There seems to be some hesitation there. Was the whistle blowing the play dead, or?
I don't know. I'm looking for a signal. What?
So the ball's at the 21.
The signal. And, Vic, the thing that is frustrating to defenses is when you're running the ball like this, it eats the clock up, and it's just frustrating when you can't stop the opponent.
Well, they did a good job stopping
the previous possession, yes.
And the opponent there, as he didn't pick up any yardage. It'll be 3rd and a long 9. The ball at the 21-yard line of Hopeville. Vincent Memorial defending the northern goal. Rolling out to his left is Cuevas. He has a receiver open, and he hits number 4. That was Alonso Cuevas coming. No, Alonso Cuevas is the quarterback. That was Raul Briseño, number 1.
And another first down.
So these are possession-type receivers running possession-type routes. Just a quick 5 and out.
Hopeville's done a good job on the play calling to this point. That's just my opinion, but I think they've done a great job.
Cuevas rolling out to his right. He has a receiver downfield. That looks like number 88, Alan Carrillo, running a 3 and out into the flat, but brought down immediately by number 31, Lucio Ascolani, and number 56, Juan Carlos Sáenz.
And that's the end of the first quarter, Vic.
We'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Now's a better time than ever to get valuable rebates from IID that can help lower your energy bill. IID will double the rebates it pays you when you act before October 31st, 2024 to replace qualified old appliances, AC systems, thermostats, variable speed pool pumps, and much more with eligible energy-conscious upgrades. Apply for IID's double rebate incentive online or call 760-482-3656. IID encourages everyone to take advantage of this opportunity in celebration of Public Power Month.
Ranza rolling out to his right, has a receiver downfield. Touchdown! That's Diego Cisneros, the standout senior receiver. Back live here at Willis Ward Field as Vincent Memorial hosting the visiting Hopeville Vikings, down by a score of 8-0 as we get underway here in the second quarter. Hopeville leads 8-0. That pass intended for Axel Gomez coming out of the backfield on a wheel route, and it falls incomplete. So it's a 3rd and 8 from the Viking 36-yard line. The Scots defending the southern goal here as the offense now, after opening up on the big formation, now going to their spread offense, Mike.
Yep.
So Is that to confuse the defense?
No, I just think it's, part of the play calling. Whatever. Now, to me, it's just me. They were hammering away, 4 and 5, 6 yards a crack, and I don't know why. But
we're not here to second guess.
No.
But you would think they would want to control the trenches by establishing the ground game first.
Yep.
Anyway, Armas back to punt. And back to receive. Joel Cervantes lets the ball go. And it goes inside the 10, and it's downed at the 8-yard line. Tonight's ball game brought to you by Burgers and Beer. Craving the perfect combo? Come to Burgers and Beer. Juicy, mouth-watering burgers and your favorite beverage. What more could you want? Visit Burgers and Beer, the best burgers in town. Accidents happen, but with Marianne Valenzuela, Fendley State Farm, you're covered. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You're covered 50 miles into Mexico. Call today for a free quote. So the Scots will come out in their spread formation, shotgun formation at their own 9-yard line. Straight handoff to Joel Cervantes, number 24.
Now the game was settled in to two defenses standing toe-to-toe at it.
Defensively, the Vikings go with Axel Gomez, 0. Juan Carlos Castillo, number 44. Number 8, Braxton Buscaglia. Number 11, Jaden Robles. 14, Frank Barcelo. 15, Andres Fregoso. We'll give you the remaining starters after this play. It's a 2nd and 9 from the 10-yard line. Rolling out to his right, Patricio Carranza looking downfield. He has a receiver, 24, Joel Cervantes, who was in double coverage by Santiago Cerezo and Jackson Urangaray. Also on the defensive side, you have number 17, Asael Miranda, 23, Marcos Garcia, 34, Luis Mariano Diaz, and 43, Fernando Urim.
That is an example of one of those given rules in life. You don't try to make friends with the rattlesnake, and you don't throw into double coverage. Don't do it.
Well, sometimes these young quarterbacks have a lot of confidence on their arm strength and throwing ability.
Yep.
Or they trust the receivers that they're going to come up with it if you get it close to them. So 3rd and 9, straight drop back, downfield, nobody there, and it's picked off by number 17. That's
scores.
Asael Miranda, who picked it off at the 30-yard line and ran it back untouched into the end zone. So with 10:07 remaining, correction, ladies and gentlemen, he was ruled out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
Oh, okay.
So
they only ran 3 plays, Vic. 1 run and 2 pass.
Right, and the passes were thrown into traffic.
Yep.
And so the Vikings will take over inside the 10 with 10:07 remaining here in the second quarter, leading by a score of 8-0. So it looks like they're going back to the pounding ground,
yep.
Mike.
That's it. That's the formation, and there it is. 1 play, touchdown.
And that was number 6, Hector Sanchez, in for the score. Sanchez with 59 carries for 489 yards this season and 4 touchdowns, just scored his 5th on the season.
See, those are the kind of things that can, we talk about mistakes, and there you go.
Well, a good team capitalizes on those mistakes.
Yes, exactly.
And Hopeville scored on the first play after that turnover. Rolling out to his right is Cuevas. He has a receiver, and the pass falls incomplete.
Yep. He was open, Vic. He was open.
That looked like the tight end.
The ball was thrown underthrown. It was thrown too low.
So Braden Terrell unable to come up with that reception. So with 10:02 remaining here in the second quarter, Hopeville 14, Vincent Memorial 0 as we get set for the kickoff.
This is going to be Vincent's fourth possession too.
Dropping back deep to receive number 24, Joel Cervantes. The up back number 22, Roberto Carranza at his 15-yard line. And number 23, Victor De Leon, standing opposite of Carranza. So a low line drive kick goes through the hands of De Leon and will go out of bounds.
Now, if he didn't touch it, the ball will come out to the 35, I think.
We'll be back with more in a minute on your Valley Sports Network.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
This is wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
We're back live as Carranza in shotgun formation. Penalty flags as the Vincent Memorial Scots lined up at their 35-yard line. Tonight's referees representing the Imperial Valley Football Officials Association wearing the white hat is Gene Martin. Hector Tarango is the umpire. Gabriel Castro, the head linesman. Roman Rubio, the line judge, and the back judge is Michael Garcia.
Basically been a very clean game up to now.
So Carranza looking downfield. He has a receiver, a beautiful reception by number 20 of Vincent Memorial. That's Ricardo Vizcarra. So Vincent Memorial gets a much-needed first down at midfield, the ball at the 50-yard line. So what kind of pattern was that, Mike?
Basically a down and flag out. And he was open. Great. The ball was thrown well.
So maybe this will restore the confidence of the offense as well as the quarterback, Carranza.
Yes.
Anyway, that gain nullified by a penalty, so they'll subtract 5 yards. It'll be a 1st and 15
motion penalty
from the Scott 45-yard line. Carranza running to the sideline to get the play. How do you feel about that when the quarterbacks expend a lot of energy running back and forth?
I always used other positions to do it, not the QB.
Do you think coaches don't have the confidence in the other players that it'll
don't
get
know,
lost in
but
translation as he's running?
He's got other things to worry about.
Well, the rush there forced him to throw the screen pass earlier than he intended, and as a result, it falls incomplete. So 2nd and 15 for Vincent Memorial.
Two things on that, Vic. One, the quarterback has too many other things to worry about. Number two, it gives you a chance using other positions to play more of your kids. That's just my belief in it.
So faced with a 2nd and 15, 9:03 remaining here in the second quarter. Hopeville 14, Vincent Memorial 0, Patricio Carranza, and we have
another
motion.
There we go.
And that's Ricardo Vizcarra, number 20. He's a junior, but this isn't his first rodeo. He's been starting since his sophomore year.
That is their 5th either motion or neutral zone infraction.
So, Mike, when
penalties.
you coach and you were on the sideline, would you do the play calling or would you have an offensive coordinator?
I did the play calling, but very late in my career, I listened to other coaches and let a lot of them call some of the stuff.
So it later became a 3 yards and a cloud of dust offense?
No, not necessarily. No, not necessarily at all.
Pass over the middle, picked off again.
Again.
This time it was number 8. Braxton, was it 0? If it was 0, it was Axel Gomez who makes that interception and returns the ball deep into Scott territory inside the 30-yard line.
That one big first down on that one big pass, and the interception, it turns to naught.
Well, Vincent Memorial, basically from not being down by 14 points, has to play perfect football if they want to stay in this ball game and have a chance.
Yes.
Because
what did I say? The fewest mistakes.
So we may not get to whoever has the ball last.
Yeah.
Whoever has the ball first may have an opportunity to pile on those points. So Cuevas in shotgun formation, standing at his own 29-yard, at the Vincent 29-yard line. A dump pass out to number 88, Carrillo, out to the outside, has a couple of blockers in front, and looks like he might have picked up another first down. So they'll move those chains. The ball inside the 20.
All that is a long handoff.
Well, what's impressive, time has been called. We'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
October. We're back live here at Willis Ward Field on the Calexico High School campus. 8:39 remaining here in the second quarter as Vincent continually shoots itself in the foot with turnovers. The second interception here in the first half given up by Patricio Carranza. And so Hopeville with excellent field position. Your take, Mike Swearingen.
Hopeville is too good a team to make those mistakes. They're going to capitalize on them. And the evidence is right in front of you. They're a good football team. You know, a lot of people in the valley who haven't seen them very much don't realize that Holtville is a heck of a football team.
Well, they're undefeated. They've defeated a lot of big-name schools in San Diego this year, and they're the defending Division V CIF champions of the San Diego CIF section. As another pass completion gives Hopeville another first down on this drive, and the ball's inside the 5. First and goal. Handoff to Armas.
Touchdown. Did he get in?
He runs behind the blocking.
Yep. Touchdown.
Behind Hilfiger and Jimenez.
3 plays. 2 pass and 1 run and a first down and touchdown.
Armas last week on 16 carries amassed 252 yards rushing against Coronado High School and 4 touchdowns to his credit. And here he's added his second of the game. So with 8:24, Hopeville 20, they're going to be going for 2 instead of kicking the point after.
They've done this all year, Vic. This isn't anything. They've done it all year.
So Armas with 1,006 yards rushing coming into tonight's game. A little jump pass.
That's just, here we come, stop us.
And so
22 zip.
So they're successful on the 2-point conversion. Penalty flag thrown on the play. With 8:24 remaining here in the first half, it's Hopeville 22, Vincent Memorial 0. IV Welding. You need expert welding and mechanical services? Trust the pros who get it done right, on time, every time. Call IV Welding and Mechanical. Precision in every spark. El Centro Motors. Looking for unbeatable deals? Head to El Centro Motors. Get huge savings on all your favorite Ford models. Visit us today at El Centro Motors, where your dream car is waiting. Don't miss out. As we're getting set for the kickoff from the Hopeville Vikings, the penalty thrown on that successful point after attempt will be assessed here on the kickoff. What was that penalty, Mike?
I never could see the signal, but Hopeville's 2 penalties, both of them 15-yarders.
So those are personal infractions?
Could have been. I didn't see the indication from the official.
Well, he'll be kicking from the tee at his own 25-yard line. This is almost like the NFL, a little pooch kick, and it'll fall. Nobody's picking it up. And it goes out of bounds at the Vincent 38-yard line. So Vincent has been unsuccessful in their previous offensive series. They had one drive where they kind of like keeping the ball between the 30s type of thing. But
this is their 5th possession.
So Vincent in spread formation. Number 13, Emiliano Sanchez split to the near side. Diego Cisneros to the far side. Joel Cervantes in the slot. Pitch. Here comes
the sweet,
Cervantes, but not able to turn the corner, as making the initial contact was number 15, Andres Fregoso.
That is a beautiful play by the defensive end. Your brother George played the position, etc. Used his hands, kept the blocker off, kept the runner inside, makes a tackle.
You know, back in the 60s, they used to use the forearm shiver.
Right.
Is it still allowed?
No. Now it's the hands and what you call a cushion.
So Vincent with a second. Another penalty called on Vincent Memorial, as Gene Martin, the umpire, the head referee wearing the white hat.
5, okay.
Assesses Vincent with a 5-yard penalty. So it'll be a 1st and 20.
Both teams have been penalized 30 yards.
Slant-in pattern to number 24, Cervantes, and he tried to run before catching the pass.
Yep.
And typical high school mistake, and as a result, it falls incomplete.
An old saying, catch the ball with your eyes, meaning look it in totally to your hands and put it away.
Spoken like a true coach, Mike. Do you miss the sideline?
No. Nope. I'm 3 days older than Jesus. No.
Well, Valley Sports Network is fortunate to have you up here in the press box. So 3-step drop by Cuevas.
Oh, nice play.
A nice little screen pass.
Nice play.
Read well by the Hopeville Viking defense, and a horde of Vikings in there. Jaden Robles, Frank Barcelo, Andres Fregoso, and Juan Carlos Castillo.
Great call by Vincent, taking advantage of Hopeville's aggressiveness.
Right, but they only picked up 7 yards on the play.
Yeah.
It'll be a 3rd and 13, as Vincent is now at their own 35-yard line. They need to get to their 48, just shy of midfield. 7:27 remaining here in the second quarter. 22-0 Hopeville. Rolling out to his right is Carranza. He has a receiver, but open. That was Diego Cisneros, but he overthrows him into the
way short.
Yeah. So Vincent now faced with a 4th and 13, a punting situation. And that'll be number 13, Emiliano Sanchez, standing at his own 20-yard line, make it the 21, awaiting the snap. So a level of frustration settling in here on the Vincent sideline. But we still have plenty of time. The kick deflected, gets a Vincent bounce, but Hopeville will be the possessor of great field possession. The ball at the Vincent 47-yard line with 7:06 remaining. We'll be back with more in a minute on Valley Sports Network.
October is here with spine-chilling deals at Al Centro Motors. Drive away in a 2024 Ford Bronco with an APR as low as 3.9% plus up to $2,000 cash back on select models. Or if you prefer, get a 2024 F-150 with an APR as low as 1.9% $1,000 cash back and an extra $1,000 when you trade in your vehicle. And
we're back live here at Willis Ward Field as the Vincent Memorial Scots hosting the visiting and undefeated Holtville Vikings find themselves down by a score of 22-0 as off that deflected punt, the Vikings take over. Cuevas looking downfield, forced to scramble with it, and he picks up a couple of yards as he lowers his shoulder to get the ball across the 35-yard line to the 34 Vincent Memorial.
He's a tough kid.
Well, a very talented athlete.
Very.
He missed 3 games due to an injury as the handoff goes to number 6, Hector Sanchez, running behind the blocking
of that Hopeville
Juarez and Apodaca. Picks up about 5 tough yards, make it a 3rd and a short 4.
You could drive a Mack truck through that hole.
The ball at the 30, rolling out to his right is Cuevas. He has a receiver, number 88, throws it behind him on his back shoulder, trying to make a one-handed catch a la Odell Beckham, but not able to pull it in.
No.
So it falls incomplete. It'll be a 4th and 4.
Oh, and they're going for it, of course.
Carrillo, the favorite receiver of Cuevas last year, came into tonight's game with 18 receptions for 365 yards and 6 TDs. Go ahead, Mike.
You're going to throw or run, Vic?
Well, I would have Cuevas roll out with the option to run, but throw that out into the flat.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
Well, if we were playing on the street, I would have had him run to the water faucet and button hook.
Now, if you're playing park ball and you got Smitty Hilfiger, you just run behind him.
Right. He's one of those blockers that can block out the sun. Sanders Architecture and Engineering. Discover innovation with Sanders Architecture and Engineering. Trust Sanders to build the future today. Wishing all Valley teams a safe and successful season. Esked Realty. Thinking of selling or buying a property? Trust the experts at Esked Realty. With unmatched local knowledge and offering professional and friendly service for 30 years, Esked Realty, the mark of excellence. So, faced with a 4th and 4, Cuevas in shotgun formation, standing at the Scott 45-yard line. Emiliano Fimbres runs past him. He escapes the clutches and dives into the end zone on the far side of the field and scores. And another penalty flag thrown for excessive celebration by Cuevas.
Yep.
But that won't nullify the touchdown run. The penalty will be assessed at the kickoff.
You made the perfect call.
28 points and a 35-yard scamper for Cuevas.
Yep. 4 plays.
Yeah, he was flushed out of the pocket.
You know, he started to roll, sprint though, Vic. You made the right, you called it. And it was plugged and he went back the other way.
So the athleticism of Cuevas turning that what could have become a broken play into positive points.
Exactly.
So 5:46 remaining here in the second quarter. The Vikings 28, the Scots 0. So the Vikings will go for 2. The handoff to Armas. Armas running up the right side.
And he's in.
And he gets in for the 2-point conversion.
30 zip.
Extending the Viking lead to 30 with 5:46 remaining. We'll be back with more in a minute on Valley Sports Network.
October is here with spine-chilling deals at Al Centro Motors. Drive away in a 2024 Ford Bronco with an APR as low as 3.9% plus up to $2,000 cash back on select models. Or if you prefer, get a 2024 F-150 with an APR as low as 1.9% $1,000 cash back and an extra $1,000 when you trade in your vehicle. And remember, if you don't come see us first, we can't save you any money. It's just that easy at Al Centro Motors.
We're back here at Willis Ward Field with the Vincent Memorial Scots entertaining the visiting Hopeville Vikings. The score, Hopeville 30, Vincent Memorial 0. 5:46 remaining here in the first half. Vincent Memorial will be awaiting the kickoff from Enrique Armas. Back to receive, number 22, Roberto Carranza. The up backs are Diego Cervantes and number 11, Mateo Ramos. And another kickoff going out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
So they're denying Vincent the opportunity to run it back to improve their field position. So the Scots will take over at their own 35-yard line. Well, let's see. They're going to readjust that, and they're bringing it out to or they're going to have them kick again, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, they're giving Vincent the ball at midfield.
Midfield.
Can you explain that one, Mike? Let's see what the call is.
You have to ask our authority, our boss, Will Torres.
Well, they were going to spot the ball at the 35-yard line. The refs have moved it up to the 50. Fake handoff, throwing to number 20.
Slant pattern.
Ricardo Vizcarra.
Underthrown.
Underthrown and behind him.
Yep.
Well, you know, the inexperience of Patricio Carranza, he missed the first 3 games because of injury, but he came out like gangbusters on the 4th game, and his first start as the the Scott offense took off, and the defense was throwing 3 shutouts at the time. And he looked sharp last week, Mike, against Palo Verde.
Yeah.
When 3 touchdown passes and leading them to a 21-6 victory.
I was especially impressed with him in the second half.
Along with Diego Cisneros, who had 9 receptions for 160 yards.
Oh, that's interference.
So Vizcarra coming back
on
that pass that was underthrown, and guarding him closely on the play was number 15, Andres Fregoso. But it gives life to this Vincent Memorial offense with 5:33 remaining here in the first half. Well, Mike, do you have any plays drawn up that can score 30 points on one shot?
Are you kidding me?
Well, there's plenty of time, but Vincent's
If I did, I'd write a book and make a fortune. No.
So the ball at the 19-yard line.
You just got to hammer away, one at a time.
Well, you can't concede yet.
No. God, no.
So I formation for the Vincent offense. Rolling out is Carranza. Has a receiver and pass interference, but did he catch it? It fell incomplete.
Did they throw a flag? I couldn't see.
Pass intended for number 20, Vizcarra. There was a flag thrown.
Yep.
So it'll be half the distance to the goal. The play started at the 19-yard line. So make it the 9 or 10. We're waiting for the referee the official to spot the ball. Now, where they spot it, Mike, did you already have a play already planned? Or
yeah,
2
you
or
better
3
have.
plays? Or
you better be thinking ahead.
Or does that make a difference if it's inside the 10 versus inside the 15?
Yes, most definitely. And that gives them a first down.
Well, you run out of acreage to be creative with your pass routes.
Right.
So they have to be quick hitters, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Shotgun formation, standing at the 15. Carranza, 3-step drop, shovel pass. Pass intended for number 22, his brother, Roberto Carranza, and he had to go up the ladder on that one, and it was still overthrown.
And he was open.
He was running a post pattern.
Yep, he was open.
He had the defender on his back hip, so he had the inside track for that pass.
Yep. Now, you can, what is very effective in this situation are flood patterns.
Describe those for
flood patterns, 2, 3, or 4 receivers into one area, and you hopefully that you don't have enough linebackers and DBs covering them.
So kind of overloading.
Yes.
Okay, scrambling out to his left. He has room to run, and he's going to dive in, bowl his way into the end zone. So with 4:48 remaining in the second quarter, Vincent Memorial finally gets into the end zone on the legs of Patricio Carranza, who was flushed out of the pocket, but he wasn't to be denied.
Nate, they had 4 plays, 1 run, 3 pass, 2 first downs, and of course the big thing was the 2 pass interferences.
So you'll take those calls.
Oh,
but anyway,
yeah, God, yes.
Vincent's on the board, 30-6. And let's see if they go for the point after attempt. Kicking for Vincent Memorial will be number 10, Carlos Mota, a senior, 5'11", 190 pounds. We got the snap, the hold, the kick.
Good.
And it's good as he splits the uprights, just barely though. We'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated. Located at 1902 West Main Street, El Centro. Grosso's is open Wednesday through Sunday at 5 p.m. Order to go or come in for the Italian dining experience. Havens and Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro and is a business specialized in gravel, rock, stone, fill dirt, base, landscape rock, topsoil sand, and all your hauling needs.
We're back live here at Willis Ward Field. The Scots just coming off a touchdown run by Patricio Carranza, scrambling out of the pocket from his own 10-yard line, from the Viking 10-yard line, and bowling his way into the end zone. And the point after attempt by Carlos Mota was successful. And now we get set for the kickoff by Mateos Ramos.
And so far, Vic, it's been a game of who capitalizes on the mistakes and the turnovers.
A booming kick inside the 10-yard line, picked up by number 44, Castillo. And he returns it about 15 yards out to
33.
the 33-yard line. So the Vikings will come out with Alonso Cuevas at quarterback. Thus far this season, he had 27 completions on 38 pass attempts for 473 yards and 9 touchdowns. He missed 3 games due to injury. He'll be joining the backfield with Raul Briseño and along with Hector Sanchez and Enrique Armas.
Come out with a double split, twins on one side, and run.
Handoff goes to number 5, Armas, who came into the game with 87 carries for 1,006 yards. He's added considerably tonight. Last week against Coronado, as I previously mentioned, early in the game, he had a 252-yard rushing game with 4 touchdowns.
They just pounded it on Coronado.
So that says a lot about the offensive line of the Vikings.
They're good.
An out pattern to number 44, Juan Carlos Castillo, as the Vincent Memorial defense led by down linemen Edwin Barreno, Jesus Martinez, and Manuel Montaño. The linebackers are Juan Carlos Sáenz.
That was a well-thrown ball.
Lucio Ascolani and Ricardo Montiel. Looking downfield, forced a run. He breaks to the outside.
Oh, man.
He's got yardage. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, cuts back to at the 15, and takes it to the house. The ball, a 60-yard scramble by Alonso Cuevas. So just like that,
Three plays.
The Vikings respond with a quick hitting offense.
Oh,
3
man.
plays and
2 runs and 1 pass.
It's Katie bar the door.
Yes.
So 3:27 remaining in the second quarter, and the Vikings have already raced out to a 36-7 advantage over Vincent Memorial.
Now that is demoralizing when you've just scored 7 to come back, and then all of a sudden they turn around and boom, hit you and get it right back.
Well, it'll be a sign of character here.
Yeah,
not only for the remaining 3:27 in the first half, but we have 2 more quarters of action after that make up the third and fourth quarter. So they're in tight. It's the big offense. Handoff to Armas, who bowls his way into the end zone for an additional 2 points. And it's now 38-7. Back with more on Valley Sports Network.
Ahora es el mejor momento para recibir valiosos reembolsos. IID le puede ayudar a reducir su factura eléctrica porque le pagará el doble en reembolsos si actúa antes del 31 de octubre 2024 para reemplazar electrodomésticos viejos que califiquen, como aires acondicionados, termostatos, bombas de agua para albercas y mucho más. Puede aplicar al doble incentivo de IID en línea o llame al 760-482-3656. IID invita a todos a aprovechar esta oportunidad y celebrar la Semana de Energía Pública.
We're back at Willis Ward Field here with 3:27 remaining in the first half. It's Hopeville 38, Vincent Memorial 7, as we get set for another Enrique Armas kickoff. Standing inside his own 20 at the 15-yard line is Roberto Carranza. Pooch kick goes out of bounds again.
I don't think they've had one in all night.
No, and it must be intentional.
Yeah, it could be. Could be, Vic.
So the Scots will take over at their own 35. Tonight's referees for what was supposed to be a classic matchup between the Vikings and the Scots. Wearing the white hat, standing behind the Vincent offense is Gene Martin, heading an outstanding crew. Pass from Carranza.
That screen again.
A little screen play, but the the Viking defense led by Fernando Urin, who comes into the game with 49 tackles.
They collapsed that quick.
The middle linebacker, he read that immediately.
Yes. That's just good defense.
Vincent with double receivers on both sides. One lone running back. That's Victor De Leon. Fakes the handoff, throws a slanting pass, and off the fingertips of number 22, Roberto Carranza. So it was Patricio Carranza to his older brother, the senior, Roberto Carranza, falling incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 8. The ball at the Scott 37-yard line. Cuevas with a snap, rolling out to his right, fires downfield at the shoe tops of his intended receiver, Cisneros, and it falls incomplete. It'll be a 4th down and 8 from their own 35-yard line, so an obvious punting situation. How many plays did this drive take?
Hey, 3 and out. 3 and out. This is fixing to be Hopeville's 8th possession.
And they've scored on 6, I believe.
Yep. You're exactly right.
That's a pretty good percentage.
Yes, it is. I'm telling you, I've said it and I'll say it again. They're a very, very good football team. Very sound, very well coached.
Mateo Ramos standing at his own 25, left-footed kicker or punter. It gets a Vincent bounce as it crosses midfield and rolls down out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Yeah. So Hopeville, with 2:29 remaining, will start out at their own 34-yard line.
Here, with a lead like that, you pound the ball, you run the clock out, give your guys some rest and regroup. That's all you do.
Arctic Air, beat the heat with our top-of-the-line Carrier air conditioning systems at Arctic Air Conditioning and Heating. Stay cool and comfortable with unbeatable reliability. Call Arctic Air today for a free consultation, 760-352-8855. Fakes the handoff, a screen pass to Armas. Armas gets to the outside. He has a lot of running room as he's weaving in and out and brought down at the 35-yard line.
So much for
of Vincent Memorial. Number 1 for Vincent, Alvaro Pereira making the stop, but not until a 1st down.
We had a penalty or something. Holding. Yep.
Pereira comes into the game with 33 total tackles, 15 solo tackles, and 18 assisted.
This is 75 yards in penalties against Hopeville so far.
And yet they've managed to score 38 points.
Yeah.
So it's 38-7, 2:17 remaining here in the first half. The ball back at the 34-yard line, the 39-yard line of the Holtville Vikings.
2:17 to go.
The Scots defending the southern goal here at Willis Ward Field.
You know, a special hello to 2 of our devout followers, Hank Barron and his wife and the crew at Grasso's, and Gabe and Juanita Rebollar at Brownies in the Town Pump. A hello to them.
Well, you should get a free meal out of that one, Mike. Cuevas looking downfield. He has a receiver, but he throws the ball out of bounds. The intended receiver was Juan Carlos Castillo, guarded closely by number 32, Ricardo Montiel III. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's the grandson of the late Richie Montiel, who played for the Calexico Bulldogs in 62, 63, and 64. He was in the class of 65. An outstanding tennis player as well, as Armas bowls his way across the 45-yard line, good for a 1st down as we hit the 2-minute warning.
And a hello to my niece, JJ, and to Philip. I know they're out there listening and never miss. You know who always tunes in to VSN is Coach Benson and both of his sons, Mikey and Brian. They do. They tune in all the time.
Cuevas rolls out.
Nice. Nice.
On an out pattern to Alan Carrillo, who came into the game with 18 receptions for 365 yards and 6 touchdowns.
That's a 1st down.
I think this is his 4th reception thus far in the first half. No huddle offense that puts the pressure on the defense.
Minute and 31 to go, Vic.
So that's been the trend of late, these no-huddle offenses or the prairie dog offense where everybody looks to the sideline for the play. Rolling out to his left, Cuevas brought down immediately by number 21. That was Juan Pablo Cueva. Cueva with 34 tackles, 17 solo, make it 18 now, and 17 assisted for 35 tackles on the season.
He came off the edge and just nailed him.
Well, that was a timely tackle. It stops that offensive surge by the Vikings as we have less than a minute remaining here in the second quarter. Vikings 38, Scots 7.
You get hit that hard, you need directions back to the huddle.
Well, welcome to the Desert League on that hit. He has a receiver.
Oh!
And he throws it out of bounds.
Great double move, and he missed him.
And that was Raul Briseño, the receiver, who had filled in for the injured Cuevas on those 3 games that he was out, and he performed admirably.
He ran a staircase beautifully. God, that was a great double move.
So that was a down and out and up.
And he was open too.
So did you have to, you played and coached in the 60s, the 70s, coaching and 80s into the 90s. Did you have to change your offensive terminology?
Into the 2000s.
Well, did you have to change your terminology to keep up with the times? Or was it still?
In fact, Vic, there's so many catchphrases. It's unbelievable. I never changed anything. Uh-oh.
Well, there goes Armas breaking to the outside and brought down from behind by Juan Carlos Sáenz.
Yep. No, there's so many catchphrases. It's amazing. For example, the jet motion. All that is a fly. Come on. And I hear people talk about the flex bone. All it is the double wing that Tiger Ellison ran years back. It's just amazing to hear.
And speaking about the double wing or the wing T,
okay,
the Palo Verde Yellow Jackets for the previous 3 seasons were defending CIF champions for 2 of them.
They ran what was called a toss.
And last week against Vincent, they kind of abandoned it.
Yes. And they were being successful with it. We were sitting over there, just away from you, and we were asking ourselves the same question. They were successful doing it, and all of a sudden they got away from it. Like I said, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Or what was that old saying? You got to dance with who brung you.
That's right. You bet.
And that's a tribute to Johnny Moe, John Moreno Brown.
Yeah, there you go.
We miss you up here, John, but we'll get you back tomorrow night when the Calexico Bulldogs travel to Cal Jones Field to play the Central Spartans. We'll be celebrating homecoming. 3-step drop, looking downfield. Cuevas, he has a receiver, and it was intended for Arlan Carrillo, but beyond his range, and as a result, it falls incomplete. That rust is showing up on Cuevas because, we saw him play a couple of times last year, and he was extremely accurate.
Yes.
And that's what impressed us.
He has missed receivers tonight, Vic. He has. And Coach Turner will be the first one to see it when he looks at this. It's just one of those things, though.
So 20 seconds remaining here in the first half. The ball at the 25-yard line. Cuevas looking downfield, throwing to Raul Briseño. He has the catch is made and a touchdown. Throwing to his inside shoulder between 2 defenders, and Raul Briseño coming up with that reception, extending the Viking lead to 44.
Oh man, that whole thing, 8 plays, 6 of them pass, 2 run, boom. Unbelievable.
Well, they had
great job.
It looks like they had the Scott defense on their heels.
Yes.
And playing backpedaling for the pass, and that allowed the running lanes to open up for Armas, and he's too skilled of a back to be denied.
You can't make the mistakes and the turnovers against a great team like Hopeville, like Vincent's done tonight and win. You can't do it.
Well, the big offense, and they give the ball to.
You know, it's just, Vic, you can't do it. It's like trying to teach an elephant to do the tango. You can't do it.
Yeah, to Armas, and. So with 12 seconds remaining here in the first half, Hopeville 46, Vincent 7. What is it when the spread is 35 points? They go to a running clock.
I don't know for sure. I thought it was. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I'm not going to lie to you.
Or does the team at the short end of the score have to agree to it?
And it has to be both coaches agreeing. That's for sure.
So we'll get set for another Enrique Armas kickoff. Back to receive, standing at his own 15-yard line, is Roberto Carranza. The kick does stay in bounds, picked up by Victor De Leon, and he gets it out to the 36-yard line.
Yep.
And the clock stops with 6 seconds remaining. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for halftime as we're going to have Luis Jimenez, that standout quarterback for the Central Spartans, who played with a lot of these players from Vincent Memorial and possibly the Holtville Vikings in Pop Warner days, as he's now a 23-year-old sophomore. Just kidding. He's only 16. Just learning to shave and learning how to drive. And learning the pass offense of David Rookie Peña. So 6 seconds remaining. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. After 2 quarters of play, Hopeville 46, Vincent Memorial 7. We'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
Just have to get in the seat of the new John Deere Gator XUV. Not because it puts work in its place, but because all this versatility kinda just makes your day.
We're back live here at Willis Ward Field as the Hopeville Vikings have raced out to a 46-7 lead after 2 quarters of play over the hosting Vincent Memorial Scots. And with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for our halftime show is that standout quarterback for the Central Spartans, who will be playing against the visiting Calexico Bulldogs tomorrow night, celebrating homecoming, but trying to get back on the winning track in league play as they race for the championship, going against the Imperial Tigers and the Brawley Wildcats that still remain on their schedule. You did play the Imperial Tigers anyway. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I have with me the quarterback, Luis Jimenez. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
So tell us, what's the experience been like, not only playing for the Central Spartans, but coming out tonight and watching your former friends or former teammates and Pop Warner and what have you, as you grew up with a lot of players on the Vincent Memorial side of the ball, and I'm assuming some that are playing for Hopeville.
Yep. It's actually been pretty fun because almost like 90% of the Hopeville Vincent team, I played with them at Halcones, and I played against them in Zorros, as well as Hopeville. Some of them, I'm from Mexicali as well. They played at Halcones too, so it's been pretty fun to see my friends ball out. I thought it was going to be a closer game, but Vincent keeps fighting, so that's good.
Well, we all thought it was the game of the week, so to speak, and this was going to be for the Desert League Championship. So what kind of experience did you gain at quarterback? Did you always play quarterback at Pop Warner? Because I see that there's other quarterbacks out here playing for Vincent and Hopeville that were you all competing for the same spot?
When I was little, my first position was linebacker, and then in Mighty Might, I think it was, I started as quarterback. Number 7, Pato Carranza, he's been my friend. We were switching reps, Mighty Might, and I got injured junior peewee. I had a surgery on my tibia, and he was the starting quarterback after that.
So you had a great game against the Imperial Tigers, and Imperial has pointed their season to beating Central and Brawley because they know the road to the championship is through Central. And so that was their first challenge that they overcame. Tell us a little bit about that game and what was that experience like?
It was actually a pretty good game. Congrats to Imperial. They played super well. We just had a lot of mistakes as a team, and we didn't come up as a team at the end of the game. So it was just little mistakes, but great game by Imperial.
So tomorrow night you play the Calexico Bulldogs, and so you've been having a week of preparation. What can the VSN fans look for tomorrow night? Because VSN South will be live streaming that game, John Moreno and myself.
Okay. It's going to be pretty fun, actually. We're going to try some plays because testing for Brawley, right? Because Brawley is the bell game, you guys know. It's going to be a pretty good game, but not skipping Calexico, right? They play a cover 4, so it's going to be a lot of run establishment and pass plays, a little bit.
So describe a little bit to our viewing audience what the spread offense is and the central offense. What are some of the keys when you come out of the huddle? What do you look for when you look at the defense and the type of pass routes that you have your receivers running, whether you're looking for the deep route, the medium route, or the safety valve coming off the line of scrimmage?
My first read is always the safety. If he's tucked in, if he's inside the hash or outside the hash, right? And then I go to the corner, and then linebackers I call it a tree or a triangle, and those are my reads, right? And that determines my pre-read, my pre-play read, and as soon as I snap it, I see the safety's first reaction, right? And if he backpedals, there's the medium route. If he doesn't, it could be the over-the-top route, right?
And then there's always that safety valve handing the ball off to Nico Viesca. What's it like playing with him?
Honestly, I love Nico. He's a pretty good player. He's a baller. And my O-line, it all starts with my O-line, right? They're pretty solid, and Nico's solid, too, as a running back.
You know, you have a standout player, an athlete, that's been injured somewhat during the season. It must be frustrating for him. But in Jared Martin, is he going to be ready to go tomorrow night?
I don't know, actually. He's been practicing, but I don't know if he's going to be ready for tomorrow. But he's a pretty solid player. He's a great leader. A lot of players follow him, so he's a great leader in practice. And even though he's not playing, he's a great leader as well.
Anything you want to add to our viewing audience as a closing comment?
Stay tuned for tomorrow.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Luis Jimenez, that standout quarterback for the Central Spartans. And good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
Bros, it's that time of year again. Team shirt options are available and ready to go out for adult, youth, and toddler sizes. Call us and let us know how we can help at 760-550-6878. Imperial Valley College is the #1 community college in the nation, winner of the 2023 Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence. InterCare since 1970. When it comes to healthcare, InterCare is here to help, with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. InterCare, improving the health and wellness of the community.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
We are Sewing Exchange, a garment manufacturing company. We manufacture to customer specifications. We do cut and sew, sublimation, uniforms, and we have low MOQs. You can contact us at 442-231-8527 or email sewingexchangeinc@gmail.com, and we are located at 321 East Main Street, El Centro, California.
Havens & Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro and is a business specialized in gravel, rock, stone, fill dirt, base, landscape rock, topsoil sand, and all your hauling needs. The Brawley Police Foundation is an independent, nonprofit organization that provides grant funding and crucial resources to the Brawley Police Department, with programs that would normally not be funded. These programs directly improve public safety and enhance the quality of life for our citizens.
this off? We're back here at Willis Ward Field at the half as we have some closing comments from Luis Jimenez, the starting quarterback for the Central Spartans. Take it away, Luis.
I just want to give a quick shout-out to Coach Leo Canchola. He was my head coach since I was 5 years old till I was 14. And he's a coach right here at Calex, and we're going to play him tomorrow, so I'm excited to see him tomorrow.
Okay, well, there you can have that midfield handshake.
Yep, totally.
Okay, all right. Good luck to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
And thank you for your consideration.
Now's a better time than ever to get valuable rebates from IID that can help lower your energy bill. IID will double the rebates it pays you when you act before October 31st, 2024 to replace qualified old appliances, AC systems, thermostats, variable speed pool pumps, and much more with eligible energy-conscious upgrades. Apply for IID's double rebate incentive online or call 760-482-3656. IID encourages everyone to take advantage of this opportunity in celebration of Public Power Month.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beers and the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
This is wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
We're back live here at beautiful Willis Ward Field as the Vincent Memorial Scots, playing host to the visiting Holtville Vikings, find themselves on the short end of a 46-7 game here. And as we get set for the second half kickoff, I'd like to invite Mike Swearingen, the guru of offense and defense and the former dean of all high school coaches in the Imperial Valley that dates back to the decade of the 60s.
Yeah, back to when there was only 13 states.
Anyway, Mike, give us your keen insight and commentary on what we've witnessed here. Surprisingly,
Vic,
the score.
I'll stand by what you and I were talking about before the game started. The team that was going to make the fewest mistakes. And one of Vincent's assistant coaches was up here in the booth, and when we went to some commercials, he said to me, you can't make the mistakes we've made and the turnovers against a good team like Hopeville. They'll take advantage and kill you, and that's what's happened.
Well, Hopeville came in steamrolling everybody.
Oh, yeah.
On their way to their unbeaten record, undefeated.
They're for real.
Right. They averaged over 51 points a game, and their defense has been stingy, giving only 28 points this season in 7 games, and that averages out to 4 points a game. You got that, John? 5 times 5 is 25.
Yeah, and that's an overlooked thing at how well their defense has played. You're right.
So we're getting set for the second half to get underway. Vincent will be receiving the second half kickoff. Enrique Armas, the leading rusher in this game, also handles the kickoff duties. Remember those old days when they used to have the punt, pass, and kick contest sponsored by Ford Motor Company?
Oh, yeah. Remember very well.
I was always wanting to win one of those Letterman jackets that they had. They were like the Los Angeles Rams, blue and gold.
Oh, yeah.
Gold
nice.
sleeves, or the Brawley Wildcats.
They were they were nice. They really were. As I said earlier too, Vic, both teams are well coached. But I'll tell you right now, Hopeville, and I said it back from the start of the season when I saw them, and I've seen them. This is, I think, the 5th or 6th time. Anyway, that they were for real. They're an excellent, excellent football team. They got good personnel and they're well coached.
Before we get ready for the kickoff, I'd like to send a VSN shout out and safe travels for Jalen Fong, who's en route to Indiana on a work assignment. So, Jalen, we miss you here at VSN. We've always enjoyed your commentary in the previous seasons, and I certainly enjoy watching you on Channel 11 at 6 every morning on my third cup of coffee. So the Armas kickoff goes to Victor De Leon, who takes it inside his own 25-yard line, runs up the right far sideline.
About the 37.
And gets out to the 37-yard line. So Vincent will take over. They're northbound here at Willis Ward Field. The Vikings will be defending the northern goal. Well, what kind of plays would you design,
You
Mike,
know,
to overcome a 46-7 deficit?
First of all, if you're going to get back in it, you're going to have to throw and connect. You set those things up, and you set them up with. But to me, I think the play action is the best. But in this situation, but Hopeville knows what they're going to do.
Well, the first play is a running play as
Yep.
Carranza runs up the middle, or I think that was Joel Cervantes. I take that back.
And not surprised at it either.
And he picked up a couple of yards there, running behind the blocking of Gabriel Duarte, along with Manuel Quintero and Gustavo Leon, and Andre Camacho. So
with Hopeville knowing what you're going to do, that's why I think if you're just going to try to take and sit back and drop into a pocket and throw, that you're shooting yourself in the foot. You've got to do something to tie up their linebackers, and then play action is how you do it.
So Carranza looking downfield, he had a wide open receiver.
Oh, yes, he did.
Number 22, his older brother, running down the hash mark on the seam, running a seam route, and he selected to throw to Diego Cisneros, who had 9 receptions for 164 yards and 2 touchdowns last Friday against Palo Verde at Southwest High School. So
he was more open than a broken door. I'm not kidding you. He was just wide open.
So with 10 minutes remaining here in the third quarter, Vincent faced with a long 3rd and 7, the ball at their own 40-yard line. A little dump pass here to Cervantes.
And first down and more. First down and more.
I stand corrected. That was Roberto Carranza, who's able to make some positive yardage off that little safety valve pass coming along the line of scrimmage.
It was a crossing route, Vic. He crossed, came underneath.
So Vincent with a first down as they cross midfield, the ball at the 38-yard line of the Vikings. So, Mike, what's your take on these defensive linemen for Hopeville standing straight up?
I have no problem with that. I mean, 'cause they're tough, they're quick, they're gapping, and they're bringing the house.
Well, now the nose guard gets down in a 3-point stance. Quick handoff there to Victor De Leon. He's still running, trying to move that pile. Running behind the blocking of number 66, Gabriel Tobias Duarte and Andre Camacho. Picked up 2, maybe 3 tough yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. So the Scots wearing their old gold pants, navy blue jerseys with gold numerals.
Notre Dame look.
The Notre Dame look right there. Well, blue and gold are really the colors of the Virgin Mary, her cape.
Whoa. There's that Hopeville swarm defense again.
Right, the leading defenders for the Holtville Vikings are Axel Gomez, who wears jersey number 0, along with number 3, Jalen Prather, a senior, in to make that stop. Number 43, Fernando Urim, along with Santiago Cerezo.
Now, we'll see if in this situation, because Hopeville knows they're going to throw. Now, are you going to bring the house, or are you going to try to drop into coverage?
Well, it's an empty backfield here with Carranza, the quarterback, Patricio, standing 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, barking out the signals.
Nope.
Low snap, looks downfield, has a receiver open, and can't come up with a catch as he tried to throw between 2 defenders for the Vikings.
That was pretty good coverage.
It was excellent coverage. But Vincent trying to get it all back on one pass play.
Yep.
And so now they're faced with a 4th and 13. The ball at the Hopeville 41-yard line.
They've got to go here, Vic. They have no choice. They've got to go.
Well, coming out to the near sideline is Mateo Ramos, split out from his tight end position. De Leon coming out of the backfield, scrambling for his life,
and forced to run out of bounds.
And they'll turn it over on downs as he was being pursued by number 43, Fernando Urin.
7 plays, four of them run, 3 of them pass, 1 first down. Turn the ball over.
And coming up with 0 points. So 6:01 remaining here in the third quarter. Hopeville with a 46-7 lead will come out on offense. You know, last year's game was decided on the last play of the game.
Yeah, we were there. Yeah, we called it.
We never expected this turnaround.
Yep. I'll tell you, if anybody would have told me the score was going to be that at halftime, I would have shook my head tonight.
You would have purchased some lotto tickets.
Oh, no, not now. I won't.
You already know the result.
Yeah.
So it's the big offense.
Oh, man.
Hand off
Look
to
at the
Adamas.
hole.
And Adamas running behind that bold offensive line. You know, everybody's at least 250, 260.
Yep.
And we're looking
I'll
at.
tell you what, the line is opening huge holes.
Right, you have number 59.
There you go again.
Abraham Apodaca.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone. Up. He got him.
Got him at the 3-yard line.
Yep.
But let's talk about that line that's opening up those holes.
Let's see what they do here, because I thought he was down before he went in.
Well, you have Apodaca playing the left tight end position, wearing jersey number 59. The left tackle, 52, is Nico Trujillo. The left guard, number 75, Ian Suarez. The center's number 60, Emiliano Jimenez. The right guard is number 50, Carlos Cancillo.
Yep.
Right tackle is Ronnie Sievert, 65, and the right tight end is Damian Felix.
Boy,
all interior linemen.
They have opened some huge, huge holes.
Well, as you could say, the running back looked like a runaway semi coming down the grade from Macumba.
Yep. You and I at our age could crawl through that hole.
Well, with 2 hip replacements, I'm not good at crawling anymore.
Join the crowd.
Rolling out to his right, Cuevas. He may dive for no. He's
get it.
tackled by number 9 of the Vincent Scots.
2 plays is all it took, Vic.
And that's Pablo Zavala, the defensive end, 6 foot, 170 pounds, coming back. He hasn't played all season.
They 2 plays from their own 44. Put up 6 more points.
So with 3:15 remaining here in the third quarter, the score, Hopeville 52, Vincent Memorial 7. The Sewing Exchange. Need expert sewing and alterations? Visit the Sewing Exchange. Fast, reliable service for all your tailoring needs. Located on 321 East Main and El Centro, the Sewing Exchange, where quality meets convenience. La Fonda Bar and Grill. Craving authentic Mexican food? Head to La Fonda Mexican Bar and Grill in El Centro. From sizzling fajitas to our famous enchiladas, we've got something for everyone. Visit us today for a taste of tradition, La Fonda Bar and Grill. So now we're down to a running clock here with 2:25 remaining in the third quarter. Hopeville 52, Vincent 7, as the kickoff is being picked up by Roberto Carranza at his 15-yard line, looking for some running room. Can't find it as a horde of Vikings surrounding him and bringing him down at the 17-yard line of Vincent Memorial. So once again, Vincent Memorial starting off with their back to the wall, as we've the second half started out with a running clock, Mike.
Yeah, two people that normally they never get noticed and whatever. Hopeville's 2 defensive ends have played an outstanding football game tonight. They have kept contained. They've kept Vincent's quarterback in the pocket. They've done an outstanding job. They really have.
And that's Castillo and Fernando Urin. Little dump pass to the far sideline, immediately covered by number 44, Juan Carlos Castillo. Short gain on the play.
We're down to what, 107 left in the third quarter.
Right, this is a fast-moving game, 52-7.
Yep, now, yep.
Roberto Carranza was the recipient of that pass from Patricio Carranza. So it'll be 2nd and 7 for Vincent Memorial. The ball at their 19-yard line. Shotgun formation. Carranza rolling to his left, now forced to go back up the middle. A little short pass. Caught by Diego Cisneros, I believe.
Got a flag.
No, it was number 11, correction. Mateo Ramos, a 6'2", receiver running an inside route, and Carranza, who was forced to scramble, started out rolling out to his left, cut back to his right into the middle of the field.
Defensive holding.
Defensive holding declined as we get the call from the head referee, Gene Martin. So after 3 quarters of play, Hopeville 52, Vincent Memorial 7. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
October is here with spine-chilling deals at Al Centro Motors. Drive away in a 2024 Ford Bronco with an APR as low as 3.9% plus up to $2,000 cash back on select models. Or if you prefer, get a 2024 F-150 with an APR as low as 1.9% $1,000 cash back and an extra $1,000 when you trade in your vehicle. And remember, if you don't come see us first, we can't save you any money. It's just that easy at Al Centro Motors.
We're back live here at Vincent Memorial on offense. Patricio Carranza, the junior quarterback, wearing jersey number 7, trying to find his older brother in the secondary of the Holtville Vikings, and the pass falling incomplete. Roberto Carranza wearing jersey number 2. It'll be 2nd and 10. Running clock, the ball at the 33-yard line of Vincent Memorial. They're southbound here at beautiful Willis Ward Field on the Calexico High School campus. Shotgun formation, doubles as Carranza looking downfield, and he throws to
And he was
number 20, Ricardo.
another missed receiver, Vic. He was open. He was behind the
That was
corner.
Ricardo Vizcarra. Yes, he's had a couple of open receivers throughout the game that he's just misfired on. And the important thing, though, and the positive thing is that the receiver's open. Now, they can work on that in practice and hope when next week's game they can start connecting. If they're not able to connect here with 10:44 remaining in the fourth quarter, a running clock, you have a 52-7 difference here in the ball game. Diego Cisneros split to the near side.
That Hopeville defense is really putting pressure.
Victor De Leon in motion. Carranza in the slot. That's Roberto Patricio Carranza in shotgun formation. An empty backfield. Hopeville blitzing on the play, forcing Carranza out of the pocket, running to his right, little short pass to Diego Cisneros, steps out of bounds as he slips at the 44-yard line.
It's going to be close. Let's see what we have here.
And they're giving him the first down. Or no, let's see, maybe a yard short.
Uh-oh.
Or they are giving him the first down.
Yeah, they already marked it. Okay.
Okay. So a great call by the officials crew here at Willis Ward Field. Quick pitch to Roberto Carranza, trying to get to the outside. He does. He slips a tackle, gets that first down as he crosses midfield and down to the 46-yard line of the Holtville Vikings. Running behind the blocking of Gabriel Tobias Duarte, the pulling guard, along with Manuel Quintero, blocking down on the Viking defense. And so that's the second consecutive first down for the Vincent Memorial Scots. Is it too little, too late? Not at all, Mike. Any positive yardage that you're building for next week's game?
Yeah, and Coach Turner, if you look at the bodies that are out there, he's substituting a lot.
Low snap. Pass intended for number 20, Ricardo Vizcarra. Hanging on like a cheap wetsuit, as John Moreno would say, was Andres Fregoso, who had 27 tackles coming into tonight's game, trying to add to his total there prematurely as he got to Vizcarra before the ball arrived and denying Vizcarra an opportunity to get his arms extended to make that reception.
I didn't see a flag. The officials are huddled up, but I didn't see a flag. Did you?
I thought I saw one in the vicinity.
Okay.
But they're conferring.
Okay.
They might have picked it up already.
You know, while they're conferring, I'm going to say something. Behind the scenes here, for all of you people in the listening audience, this whole thing wouldn't happen if it weren't for a young man named Joaquin Matus. He is a genius at setting all of this up and running it. And Joaquin, I think you'd do a superb job. Excellent. Thank you.
So, Joaquin, how much did you pay this guy here to my right? Okay. No, he's right, Joaquin. You're a master of what you do. So, a 1st and 10 for the Scots. The ball at the 46-yard line of Hopeville. 3-step drop, looking downfield, going deep. He's open.
He was open.
And he's overthrown. And that was Victor De Leon, it looked like, number 23. This is when I need John Moreno's binoculars.
Boy, I tell you what, he's missed a lot of open receivers tonight.
Well, both quarterbacks have kind of been erratic.
Yeah, Cuevas, I've seen Cuevas much more well, we both have. We've seen him much more accurate.
Well, it was number 22. I stand corrected. That was the intended receiver on that play.
This is going to be the 9th play in this possession.
So the Vincent players walking out of the huddle, coming up to their positions. Cisneros split to the near side. Vizcarra in the slot to the far side. Mateo Ramos, the far split end. Carranza in the slot, along with Victor De Leon. Empty backfield. Patricio Carranza with a snap, forced to scramble to his left, looking downfield, fires. He's got a receiver, and it looks like a touchdown for Vincent Memorial. Number 20, Ricardo Vizcarra, the lucky recipient of that pass from the 50-yard line of catching it on the 15 and high-stepping it into the end zone to give Vincent their 13th point of the ball game.
9 plays. They started on their own 17. 9 plays, 1 run, 8 passes, 3 first downs.
Well, Mike, many times a coach will say it's not so much how you start the game, it's how you finish.
How you finish.
And try to finish strong on a positive note.
Yep.
So Carranza, Roberto will be holding. Kicking will be Carlos Mota. Soccer-style kicker, the snap, the kick, and he splits the uprights. So it's 52-14 with 5:01 remaining here in the ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like you to patronize the following sponsors: Top Notch Barber, fresh fades, always a cutaway. RDO Equipment, nothing runs like a deer. The Brawley Police Foundation, supporting a safe community through partnership with police. We are Valley Sports Network on the National Federation High School Network. Escad Realty, the mark of excellence. The IID, Imperial Irrigation District, your local public water and energy company. Marianne Valenzuela Findlay, State Farm Insurance Agent in the Imperial Valley. Grasso's Fine Italian Dining Experience. Intercare, improving the health and wellness of our community. The Don Team, for business, residential, and farmland real estate. Ivy Welding and Mechanical, industrial welding contractor. La Fonda Bar and Grill with our friend Tony Camacho. These are just some of our great sponsors that have made VSN possible. A booming kick into the end zone, and that'll bring that out to the 35-yard line.
To the 20.
Oh, the 20. Correction.
This is Hopeville's 10th possession tonight.
And do you think they'll continue to go to the airways or keep the ball on the ground?
With the backup kids in there, they could do both. I mean, these kids are trying to do their best.
All right, and they're chomping at the bit. They want to.
Yes. Heck yes. And I tell you what, you're looking at a very fine football team.
Well, and Vincent Memorial or any team, if there's any pride, they'd say, give us your best shot.
Yeah.
Don't hold back.
Yeah. You're right. You're right, Vic. You're right. Yeah, but I tell you what, a lot of people in the Imperial Valley better that don't realize it, better understand that the Holtville Vikings are for real.
Let's see, once he comes out of that pile, that looked like Hector Sanchez. Let's see, that was number 25 for Hopeville. That was Landon Kellum. Landon with 48 carries.
My great-nephew.
And 321 yards on the season with 4 touchdowns. Getting to see some action. You know, there's a lot of depth at that running back position for the Holtville Vikings.
He's got a stable. That's what I mean. I'm serious, Vic. He's got a stable of good running backs.
And receivers. This team is loaded. And as you mentioned, a lot of them are juniors.
Yeah.
And underclassmen.
Yep.
Well, in to make the stop for the Scots, number 54 for the Scots. That's Manuel Montaño. Montaño came into tonight's game with 26 tackles. He's a middle linebacker. Handoff goes to Callum. Callum runs past the line of scrimmage, but then he runs into a horde of linebackers.
Another first down.
Led by Lucio Ascolani, number 31, to make the stop there. So this has to be a very frustrating experience.
They're just running the clock out, Vic.
Yeah. We've got 1:15 remaining in the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Quick handoff to Callum again. Callum with a burst of speed gets past the 35-yard line, but brought down immediately right after that.
He hits the hole quick.
And that was Ascolani again making the stop. Ascolani, the leading tackler for Vincent this year, came into tonight's ball game with 103 tackles in 7 games. Last year, Mike, he had 197 tackles on the season.
Wow.
You talk about a tackling machine.
Oh, man.
And right behind him is Juan Carlos Sáenz, and then you have Emilio Fimbres.
That sounds like when we had Robert Thomas at Imperial. God. Wow, I didn't realize he had that many.
Well, these young men have been playing football, organized football, since they were 5 years old.
Yeah,
started out with flag football, then
you're right.
Putting on the shoulder pads and helmets and playing tackle when they were 6 and 7 in that renowned Pop Warner program in Mexicali, the Halcones.
And that's the last play of the game.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, after 4 quarters of play, Hopeville 52, Vincent Memorial 14. Tonight's game brought to you by Burgers and Beer, best burgers in town. CR&R Incorporated, the face of a greener generation. Havens Landscaping for all your landscaping material needs. Reach Medical Response Service, their medical transportation service. Ojeda Industries, hydraulic service and repair. And Imperial Flying Service, proud supporters of our U.S. military. Don't forget to support your Imperial El Centro Police Department, dedicated to serve our community. Imperial Valley College, the proud sponsors of VSN's live stream. Driscoll's Custom Embroidery and Letterman Jackets. South Cali Air for all your air conditioning needs. Desert RV and Towing, 24 Towing and Off-Road Recovery. Casbros, Customs T-shirts, signs, and banners. Hard Insurance, full-service insurance agency. Johnny's Burritos, Imperial Valley Tradition. Keystone HR, Robbie Herrera. Alfred Distributing, the family-owned and operated business since 1947. El Centro Motors, visit the team at El Centro Motors for your next truck, car, or SUV. Arctic Air, dependable AC repairs and service you can trust. And we are Valley Sports Network on NFHS Network. So, Mike, tell us, what is your post-game commentary on what transpired tonight?
You just watched a great football team. I mean, they are. The Holtville Vikings are a great football team, and they basically just dismantled the Vincent Memorial Scots. They took advantage of turnovers, but not only that, Vic, they just pounded the ball right down Vincent's throat. That's all there is to it. And played great defense, superb defense. They just, and I've said it a million times, and I'll keep saying it, an excellent football team.
Well, we'd like to thank you, all our viewers, and our halftime guest, Luis Jimenez, and also would like to thank Mike Swearingen for his excellent commentary and analysis of this game. We'd also like to thank our program director, Will Torres at vsnsports.net, the Valley Sports Network, our technician, Joaquin Matus, and of course the people that make our broadcasts possible, as all the sponsors have been read out to you, and also that are commercials. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, join us next week, or join us tomorrow night, from the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night, where VSN will be at Cal Jones Field, as the Central Spartans will be hosting the visiting Calexico Bulldogs for homecoming night. And you can catch that live on VSN South at 6:50. So VSN, the source for Imperial Valley sports. And you can also catch that game with John Moreno making the call. So for Mike Swearingen, this is Vic Carrillo of Bulldog Media, bringing you live coverage of Imperial Valley football, saying good night on VSN.